These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com, check it out. Also, be sure to check out PF Painters and their website, pfpainters.com.
You are watching Sports Matters TV.
Okay guys, welcome to Sports Matters TV in association with the Macau Casino Cork City. And guys, it doesn't get bigger than this. A fellow Irishman, the last time we spoke, he was preparing for a massive bout that weekend in Germany, and he came through it in style as we expected. But Dennis, it's another fight week. Octagon is the organisation everyone's talking about, and let's be honest, the reason why, it's because of you.
Everyone knows I'm maybe not the money fight, but the numbers fight. You look at the fight I had with 𝐎𝐊𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐿 on the YouTube. I think we blew every other fight from that card out of the water. Had the crowd on their feet. It was a people's main event. Back and forth war, blood on both sides, and then obviously a finish on my part. So yeah, people think, I think people know what I'm about now, what I bring to the table. I bring violence. I bring, none of this leg hugging shit. I bring elbows, knees, diversity of striking, and I bring character, So people are starting to recognize that, and it's good to see that people are jumping on board now.
Definitely. And look, we're looking off the feedback from the last fight. We were on Twitter instantly posting stuff, but your name is trending. You definitely stole the show, and it just goes to show that Octagon have an absolute superstar on their hands. And not only that, but they're going to find it hard to keep you there because there's so many people watching. They see what you bring to the table. I think it's fair to say, obviously we're expecting the victory this weekend, but look, there's title shots around the corner and there's main events fast approaching.
Yeah, I'm expecting main events soon, title shots soon. We'll take it step by step. Obviously, this weekend's mission is to eliminate Peter Gabal, put him as another notch on my belt, and then we'll see where we go from there. We'll see what the numbers are saying. We'll see what the bank account numbers are saying. And yeah, look, people can watch all they want. Right now, I'm signed to Octagon MMA. Right now, I'm happy here. I'm happy to cement the legacy here. As long as the figures are right, the numbers got to be right. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's prize fighting. And yeah, let's just see. As I say, take it step by step. I know what I bring to the table, so they have to bring something to my table as well.
Definitely. No, Dennis, they're changing the game. Let's be honest. We look at what's going on in the world right now, MMA-wise. They are on top of their game. We see the way they promote events, the way they advertise, the way they look after fighters. It's obviously a true honor to be with these guys right now. It's yet again gone from strength to strength, but that roster is incredible. And there's so many mega fights there right now. So obviously it's a great place to be at.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of fights in the division. A couple guys have left, gone to different promotions, but that just leaves the title run wide open for me. And then once I have the title, I no longer have to look at other guys. I am the guy, and I have the target on my back. I want to wear that target on my back, and I want people to look at me and go, "He's the guy to beat." And then I don't have to call anyone out. Then people are calling me out. You know what I mean? Then I can accept challenges and I can accept the best challenge from the best guy, and that's what I really want. I don't have to chase people for fights, and people will come to me for fights. And yeah, I look forward to it. I think there's a lot of big expansions going on now. A lot of rumors in the rumor mill about where they're expanding to, what countries. The more countries I expand to, the better. The more I get to travel as part of my craft and my job. See other parts of the world, fight other nations, all the better. The more football stadiums they do, the better. The more massive shows they do, the better. The more main events, the more, it all just brings in more eyes and it brings in more attention, and attention can then be generated into money and sponsors and all that. And as I said, I'm a prize fighter. I have a young family to look after now, and that is at the forefront of my mind right now. Is I want to make sure that my little boy never has to want for anything the way I had to want when I was a kid.
No, that is the way. That's the best way to have it. And you mentioned expansion. That's something that we were going to get to. Look there, that rumor mill is a beautiful thing, but sometimes you have to take it with a pinch of salt. But yet again, the rumor mill is they're gonna expand. There's talks of London. Most importantly, there's talks of Dublin. There's talks of Belfast. There's talks of, China going over to Japan. Obviously, that's a dream come true. When you're a top star in that organization, they're going to need someone like you to go out to China, go out to Tokyo, come to Dublin, come to Belfast, and that's a dream come true. And I'm sure it's just around the corner, Dennis.
I mean, at the moment, I'd be happy if they even expanded to somewhere like Spain or France or bleeding Sweden. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind. Even if it's somewhere else in Europe, I've fought 3 times. This has been my third fight in Germany now. They do shows in Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and Germany at the moment, right? So an expansion anywhere to me is a good shout. Extra country that I get to travel to. Obviously, at some point when that belt's around my waist, around my shoulder, they have to bring that. I have to get to defend that belt in Ireland, in Dublin. That is just a must-have. Obviously, Will Fleury's doing his thing as well. Brian Manning's about to have his first fight in Octagon, and Richie Smullen just had an excellent fight in Octagon. He's about to batter Ivan Butchinger and cement himself in the division as well. So, yeah, we'll have a lot of interesting things happen, and I can imagine that this Irish invasion is not here to go away. We are here to stay and make a lot of noise.
As always, and look. Yet again, fight week. We are days away from the big one. But how has preparation gone? I know there's no stone unturned when it comes to you. We see firsthand how hard you train. You're an absolute grafter, a warrior, and a sensation in the world of MMA. But how has the camp gone?
This camp's been excellent, to be honest. I've switched things up a little bit in this camp. I've gone to other gyms to get a bit of different looks in and a different kind of style in. Obviously, there's not a lot of southpaws in my gym at my weight, so I've gone elsewhere to get those southpaw rounds off really good guys. Yeah, it's been excellent. The last 2 camps, I'll be honest, like Rob and Frank, I injured myself 8 days out from the fight. Bad injury as well. Still fought with it, still won, but obviously as a result of fighting with that injury, fucked myself up for the next camp. So out of the 8 weeks of that camp, I didn't grapple for 5 weeks. I didn't throw my right hand for 5 weeks. This camp, obviously, I had a bit of time off after the fight, had my baby, and then jumped into a camp nice and fresh and healthy and rehabbed and ready to go. Touch wood. There hasn't been any injuries yet, and it's the evening of Tuesday. I don't have any more grappling. I don't have any more hard sessions left. So all there is to do now is lose the weight. I've no injuries. I'm completely healthy. I'm the fittest I've ever been, strong as I've ever been. Technique-wise, I feel like I've just jumped up a level since the last fight. So you will see that level jump. And like, I am only doing MMA 4 years. People seem to forget that. I have only been doing MMA for 4 years, training MMA. So every year I train, I get big improvements. And I haven't plateaued yet. I feel like Peter is reaching his plateau, his ceiling. And my ceiling is a long way away still. And I think coming close to my ceiling while I'm coming into my physical prime as well. I just don't see Peter having any route to victory here. And I have many routes to victory through which I can slice him open, give him a death by 1,000 cuts, drag him into deep water, waterboard him a little bit, make him feel like he's drowning, and then pull him out of that drowning and force him to quit. So I have very dark and sadistic thoughts this week about what I'm going to do to that man on Saturday night.
It sounds quite brutal.
I will be, don't worry.
It sounds brutal. Yet again, you mentioned becoming a dad. Obviously, that's a big deal. Obviously, perspective, you know what I mean? It's, I suppose, you know what I mean? You're setting up a legacy. obviously you're so, you know, like when you have kids, first of all, you know what I mean, a lot changes in the mindset, but yet again, you're more determined to give I suppose your kid everything possible, and to make life that bit easier for him when he's older.
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, just give him a better life than I had growing up, and I believe I'm well on the way to doing that. You know, he's gonna be up watching me. So I have an extra set of eyes to perform for, and a very important set of eyes for myself. So yeah, it's gonna make core memories for him. You know, even though he probably won't remember watching it because he's only 3 months old, isn't he? Just going on 4 months. He probably won't remember watching it on the telly, but that highlight and that like win over Peter Gabal will always exist there on the internet for him to go back and watch in years to come, and to go back and go, oh, that was my dad. He'd done that when I was a baby, etc., etc. So there's a lot of things that are motivating me differently now than they were, 3 years ago, say, in MMA.
Yeah, no, it's important. And you know, you always had that motivation, but I suppose that extra motivation right now is it's going to put you in good stead. You know, going forward, as you mentioned, it is a business, but you're definitely on top of your game, and you know what I mean. I'm just looking forward to what's ahead for you over these next couple of months and years. Fan base, Dennis. We always mention your fan base. I love being away around the country. We were in Belfast last weekend for the Paddy Donovan fight, chatting to a guy about MMA. You come into the conversation, and yet again, it just goes to show your fan base is known all around the country. You know, this man was from Belfast, was a big fan of you, but yet again, it just goes to show the performances you put on, you know what I mean, earns you that recognition all around the world.
100%. And obviously, the Irish fans have always been behind me. The UK fans are behind me now a little bit. And the German fans are definitely getting on board as well. So, let's smash up a Czech guy now, and maybe some of the Czech fans will start to respect the skill set and respect the authority that I bring in that cage. But yeah, I have obviously a big love for the Irish fans. The Irish fans are the best fans in the world, and they get behind their own like no other. So we just need them to keep getting behind me and Will and Richie and Brian and these guys, so that we can bring a show back to Ireland, and we can show Octagon what Irish show is really about.
Definitely. You mentioned obviously Brian, a guy that we know quite well here in Cork. Obviously, look, that Octagon debut is going to come fast, but like he's a guy that's well equipped to do damage. And look, obviously he looked to make headlines, you know, first in. But no doubt the Irish lads will make him settle, and Octagon is the place to be for I suppose the upcoming Irish fighters and the elite Irish fighters right now.
100%, and I think Brian brings a very different sort of thing to the cage, isn't he? He has these walkouts that are quite exciting and quite interesting, and that was on regional shows. So I want to see what those walkouts would be like with Octagon level production. You know, he can invest a bit more now. He's getting paid better in some better costumes, better masks, and yeah, it's exciting times. He is an exciting fighter. He comes to knock people out. He hits hard, good boxing, crisp boxing. And yeah, he's putting Cork on the map as well. Obviously, we have a few Cork fighters like John Mitchell and stuff like that have come out of Cork, and a few boxers also. But yeah, Brian Manning's next up in line. The next up and coming guy, I think.
Most definitely. And look, yet again, it's a big week for you. How does the week pan out? What's the situation? Obviously, arriving a couple of days early. Obviously, media obligations. But look, you rise to that, and you're settled. You're settled out that direction. Nothing's going to phase you whatsoever, my man.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like my 8th interview in the last couple of days. So I've been back to back between training and interviews. Not training too hard now. Obviously, the hard work's done. Doing my water load, my diet, a couple massages here and there. Obviously, I got me hair cut, so I'm not looking more. I'm just cold, so I'm sat here cold. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just getting over there tomorrow morning, settling in, getting the lay of the land over there in Frankfurt in the hotel, and then yeah, go time Thursday night. We start cutting weight, make weight Friday, press conference, all of that. And yeah, then we get to put on a show Saturday night, and then we get a big fat pizza after.
Oh, yes. And the question that we all love to ask, you know, how do you see the fight going? Are you going to finish it early? Are you going to play with him? Are you going to?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not finishing this man early. I don't know whether you've seen Octagon just released a like a an embedded sort of thing, Octagon Unlocked, and yeah, obviously Peter spoke about some things that were said between me and him. Now, since reverting to Islam, I have never spoken ill of someone's family members or, you know, wife or kids or anything like that. I do believe there are lines. I do talk trash still. I will talk trash about someone's skill set. I will talk trash about someone as a person. You know, them themselves. They're the one I'm fighting. I will not involve people that are not involved, like, you know, blood relatives and wives and kids and stuff like that that have no choice in the matter. So he spoke about my mother. He spoke about my missus. He spoke not bad things, but he brought my child into conversations. So I am not going to make it quick for him. I am not going to make it a first round finish. I'm going to toy with him. I'm going to make it linger. And like I said, I'm going to deliver a death by 1,000 cuts. By the end of it, he will want to get out of there. I'm going to slow roast him. I'm going to make sure he suffers. I'm going to make him bleed. And just like the last two guys, I'm going to make sure that he is not able to come to the center of that cage when my hand is raised, because he's going to be seen to by doctors and medical teams, and he will be stretchered out of that place. And who knows, you know, we got closer and closer to a casualty in the octagon over the last two fights. The last guy damn near died. This guy might just die.
Honest words, and it's a big one, and millions around the world are going to be watching. Dennis, it is an honor and a privilege as always, my man. We're looking forward to seeing the build up tomorrow and obviously throughout the week up to fight night. But Octagon is the place to be. Dennis is the man representing Ireland as always, my man. And listen, we'll catch you after the fight, but we appreciate your time as always, champ. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on, lad, as always.